Okay, part 2 for the live MK Ultra caught during my Starbucks case. Okay, again, gonna review a couple things really quick. So I actually caught a few baristas practicing this federal Islamic terrorism in court. This video is on my YouTube channel. I believe it's called Eastern Starbucks Baristas or something along those lines. That's the female version of the Islamic Masonic homosexual pedophile sex offender cult terrorist. Alright, so we're gonna go through and again, I said in my first video I ran out of battery power. I could no longer digitally copy the text and the things that were going on in court, but I had a notepad and a pen, and I took them out of my bag, so we're going to go over that right now. Right? Okay, so part 2 continuance. Judge calls Brit homo. Judge says she's gay. Cost is $745 to something, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to deal with that. Go down to room 160. Call up Mr. Mealy. Now says Neely, do you have a rape to represent by attorney? Rape. Subject didn't comply with parenting class. In other words, just getting as unbelievably perverse and disgusting as they possibly can. This is the DEA sex offender controlled environments, right? This is terrorism, MK Ultra terrorism. This is what they do. Alright. Come up and get a nude date. Miss Escobar. Something about return in 30 days, hinting at about her going on a shoplifting spree. You were supposed to supply somebody with drugs diversion solutions. Attorney's name is Mr. Floyd. Floyd Saxton is a well-known informant from my home county of Polk in Oregon. Alright, so that's interesting that they would mention that name. Mr. Stewart is the subject at the time of this court proceeding. Alright. Alternate Dix Lee. Lee is my old Polk County parole officer, so again another form of MK Ultra terrorism. Destruction of private property. Subject calls judge mom several times. Review nude them briefly, right? More inappropriate sexuality discussions and ventriloquism voice, all right? This is a form of necromancy. I believe it's called gastromancy, all right? This is actual devil worshipping MK Ultra stuff. This stuff is real, so let's continue on. All right. Subject then calls judge man several times. June 30th, 2014. All right, this is a date mentioned by the judge, I believe. Was Jeanette's visitor day. I saw her in Marion County court, all right, while she was doing her prison trialings. Okay, that's around the date I was visiting her in court. Again, bringing up an ex-girlfriend. Okay, more MK Ultra mind terror. Subject looks like Chucky, Jeanette's brother-in-law. Judge calls Mr. Floyd Mr. Flood. Halo Covenant Flood. Set you just a few mummies. Alright. May we recall Miss Escobar. Total recall. Alright. MK Ultra nonsense again. Judge says trying to open my pedophile. Alright. Lady Escobar says I have sins moved. Alright. More devil worshipping nonsense. Well, release the bong instead of bond. Call Victoria Salazar. Victoria's Secret was a place Jeanette took me with her when she shoplifted. Alright, she shoplifted at Victoria's Secret. And she took me with her when she did that. And I waited outside of, I believe this was Salem Center Mall. I waited out in the shopping area while she was in the store shoplifting, alright? Black lady sitting next to judge calls black man's name, Mr. Carter, calls him perver instead of Carter. Alright, more nonsense. Time is 9:33, Masonic numerology. Alright, we have, has a fox matter, Your Honor. Judge says, is your name Angel? Fox is way ahead of the game. Cooperade with the public defender. Room 325 interview. Someone. Attorney asks for Jeremiah Jordan. This Jordan character, I've actually heard that name on a police scanner right here in Denver, listening to the Salem, Oregon police scanner, alright? That's an undercover name for somebody, alright? In Salem, Oregon. Alright. Calls up Mr. Don. Black lady calls up John Swazi as Mr. Carter leaves. Alright. Carter is black. The time now is 9:37. 666. And then, alright, the 3-6. You get that right there. Flip that around. The 7-3 is Jeanette's birthday. Alright, so clearly this is the military and the Masonic lodges playing a game. Alright, a sick little terrorist game. Mr. Don, Saint Bernard dog. He has a Saint Bernard and a cat, has $3 in his account. Man says he can't afford an attorney, but he has a condo. Pretty interesting. Alright, a pregnant black girl bends over and shows me her ass while this is happening. Miss Cisneros will get you nude trial date. Again, more silly bullshit. Jacob Starco, bitch, East 45 Ave. Judge makes satanic symbol with her hands and fingers. Black man is in front of court and judge says prejudice. Do you understand what assault charge means? I means Mr. Medina. Alright, more MK Ultra nonsense. Judge says press seat of 6, get subpoenas. The nature of the incident, Mr. Medina nearly expelled from school college for a fight and road rage. 17424, something about Mr. Flood. One man at bench, Mr. Aguilar talking to judge, blonde girl attorney. Near front of benches, all three are wearing gray, alien gay. Alright. Impose 1 of 6, asshole. Something cannot go anywhere near. 7, if it's Frank Lee, cunt. Tact instead of contact. Just nonsense.